Hi guys, I just want to put a little note out there. I'm not sure anyone knows, but Matt Hancock was in court. Obviously, you do know about that. I'm just going to put little testers out there. So, for anyone that's thinking that this pandemic was nothing to do with Britain, really having a clue what's going on, because we ordered this pandemic through China and we did it with Obama, okay? MI6 were involved in it, and the London bankers in the London Mile. I can't go into too much detail, but in the next coming weeks, there's a lot more going to come out, and then you'll obviously then realise why a few of us had a part to play in this, which was to protect what was going on and the people in the UK. Needless to say, Matt Hancock's companies, if you do the research on all of them, you will see in Companies House that they were set up in 2019, some of them. Okay, which is really odd, because guess what? The pandemic didn't happen till 2020. So why would we think we were short of PPE in 2019 in August and different times? So that tells me straight away that when I was doing my research on all this last year, I could find the money trail, and especially the money trail with Ferguson, who hugely took bribes, and obviously his job was to be given the World Health Organization a nice little seat at the table. Matt Hancock was the same with what he's doing in the UK, and what will transpire in the next 6 months is going to be a lot of arrests. And then the people that really think that he's done an amazing job, I hope you come and kiss my ass, because you're going to need to then, okay? Because you've no idea how bad this has been. But for all of you that go to sleep at night in your beds, there's people like myself and Simon Dolan and Robert Steele and Kennedy, and quite a lot of people in the UK that have put money into bringing this shit down. We've not just put a time in, and we don't just post on the internet because we've got fuck all else to do. We're just trying to get you a little bit of information out there that we can get out there. But there's going to be a global reset soon, and then you'll realise why people like Rothschilds are in the shit and the arrests are taking place. And it's all to do with the same stuff. The same people that are charging you tax in the UK are also bringing in brown heroin through the Navy. But hey, I'm just a dickhead. So there's going to be a lot of changes, and there's going to be a lot less drugs on the streets. There's going to be a huge amount of people getting help. And so where I've spent 50 to 60 to 100 grand of my own money every year bringing people off the streets and getting them into homes, which I do, and buying cars and all sorts of fucking shit to get them on the road because nobody bothers about them, I've decided to go at things a different way. So a few of us got together and decided to cut the head of the beast off instead of going for the tail. So instead of me spending my money, which I would have spent on the people on the streets this year and last year, I've been putting it into bringing down the globalist twats. People like Bezos that who was hugely involved in trafficking and had an organisation within his company that was just for when people ordered to get trafficked children, which I know this is going to be a hard one for you guys to swallow. In the coming weeks, it's all going to come out. The currency is going to change, but you know that anyway, what's coming, or if you don't know that, you're obviously as thick as shit, because there won't be anybody ever be able to put a currency out there that will be backed by some fucker sitting on his fat arse, printing money which has cost him fuck all and charging the world interest on it. That won't be happening, okay? So this has been planned for, what, how many years now? We're talking 50 years? It's taken a long time for this to unfold. And the only reason you're seeing all this shammery of what's going on and fakery is because if the truth came out today and you realised who was really arrested and who's been tagged, people like Boris Johnson that's tagged, and was tagged from the day he went in to hospital with his COVID, you're going to realise what's unfolding means that we were trying to wake you up, because in the coming weeks you're going to be hugely depressed when you find out what's really gone on, and that you've been as thick as shit at home eating your croissants and coffee and slagging me off and putting messages on my posts, which I'm not really bothered, because as of yesterday I bought myself a load of currency which is going to protect friends and family and help them in the coming weeks until the reset takes place. So April's a big month, by the way. April's going to be such a huge month, and when April is a huge month, the CDC is going to have its arse fucked up like you wouldn't believe, and then it's going to have a massive kick-on effect to the UK. So in 6 months your UK is going to be back, but it's going to be back better than it was before, because it's not Agenda 21 or Agenda 30 or any old shite you think was coming. What that was taken down in 2014. This is a play that's been going out, and we're rolling it out, and you guys are going to all realise what's coming. I can't really say any more than that at the moment, but in the next few months, I know that Baden, my son, won't be in this country anymore. He'll be working away, which I'm really glad he's going to get that opportunity. And hopefully he'll make a difference in this world, because that's what I've brought him up to do. Make sure he opens his eyes and listens to everything that's going on, which he does. Not just sit there and think that it's okay to be on social media and not do anything with it. We're only on it because we're weaponizing it to give people the facts. So let's just work on Matt Hancock at the moment, because that's the next one to roll. Oh, and by the way, if none of you got pissed off with the fact that it wasn't 200 grand, it was 850 grand it cost. Your money and my tax pennies, our hard-earned lolly, was used to stop the facts coming out in court about what really they've been doing. So anybody that's saying, oh, I wouldn't want his job, I would want his job, because you know what? I could have fucking done it blindfold better than what he's done it, because it's all about corruption. What will be coming with the new government, it'll be the good ones that have been left in from all the governments, and people off the common man like you and I off the streets, people that have been against this, what's been going on, and stood up. We've been resistance, really, stood up against the cause. Some have already been offered jobs already, because we put our oath down that we were here to protect the communities. So if you feel that you're wanting to be something more than you are today, then I suggest you start doing your research on the financial system. And I don't mean through fucking Google or on the internet. I'm on about, use your contacts on Facebook to find people in different countries that you might be in contact with that you don't know, and then ask if you can speak to them, because they're the people that are going to have the information from different countries, and then you'll be able to piece together the jigsaw, won't you? All right? But time's changing. Your battle's really won. All I ask you to do is stay away from having a vaccination for the moment. And that's, by the way, not because I'm anti-vaccine, because my private doctor knows I have vaccines with him in Liverpool, Dr. Aaron Ghosh. I have all my vaccines. What I don't have is an RNA vaccine, because there hasn't been enough trials and testing done on this. So anybody that's out there trying to suggest that it's safe, well, I'd like you to come back to me in 20, 30 years and tell me, is it safe? Okay, you've only got to look at the way it's put together, all right? 2 days it took. So I'm leaving that one with you, and I'm suggesting that for anybody that's out there, polar friends that have got children and saying, oh, well, I want to have the vaccine because I want to travel. If you're only 18 and 19 years of age, I'm going to say to you, I couldn't wish you anything more than saying to you, please don't do anything with a vaccination for the next few months. And I say to you, things will change then, because as soon as the CDC get fucked over in America, which is coming, because I know who the legal team are behind it, you will then find the real facts about what's coming and how they're managing to reinvent this strain of vaccine in all the countries that's happening. All right? And the truth will be out. So just hang fire till then. If you've had a vaccine, well, you know, I'm sorry that you've had it, and I'm hoping that you'll be all right. Some people will, some people won't. But I would hate to think that any of these youngsters are having it, because who's to say they're not going to get sterilised? We don't really know yet, do we? Okay? And that isn't a conspiracy. So I've already got a bee in my bonnet about certain doctors going out on the internet from Chester and publicising that they've had this vaccine and that they're healthy and the head's not fallen off, because heads will roll after this, because if anybody has become ill because of it, and let's just suggest that they have been publicising it. I'm not about advertising it from a private medical point of view, as in we supply vaccines. I'm on about literally, facially being on the internet telling everybody that it's great and all that. It's the biggest load of fucking bollocks in the world, and nobody can say and guarantee that it's safe. So until the further research is done at it, there's no need to travel. It's 1 year out of your life. Wait and see what comes out and transpires. And as I say, this battle was never about the pandemic. This battle was to do with the global financial reset that the London bankers did not want to happen, and Clintons were behind it, okay? You might want to ask yourself who owns a company called Serco, because that is the main people that were involved in this. All right, so I'll leave it with you, and if you don't hear from me again, you know I've been arrested. And you must ask yourself, well, why have I been arrested? I don't think I will be arrested, mind you, because, I mean, if I was, then the legal team that we've got behind us in the UK would probably say, well, come on then, let's see your facts if you're not involved in it, because there's money trails to all these people. And it's quite shocking, really, when you're going to find out who's behind